As we know that in last class, we studied matter can be classified into two ways. That is what pure substance and impure substances. And pure substances means two things. What is the pure substances means? One is elements and another one is what? Another one is what, guys? Compounds. And same way, next one is what? Mixtures. So now, as we know, we are not studying about compounds and mixtures now. So we are discussing about what? Elements. So this is what we are studying. Is it yes or no, guys? Yes, please. And these elements are based upon their properties. As I told you, we are classifying into three different categories. That is what it is we are going to study in our today's class. That is what? Metals. Another one is what, guys? Non-metals. And another one is what? Everybody? Metalloids. Understand? So all the elements. What is the known elements for us? Everyone? What is the known elements? 118 elements. Understand? In that 118, so few are metals, few are non-metals, and few are what? Few are what? Metalloids. Okay? Yeah, metalloids. Lanthanides and actinoids is under metals only, Hari. They'll be coming down. Do you understand? They are not separate. They are also metals only. Okay, wa?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, only three things. Elements are classifying into three ways. That is what? Metals, non-metals, and as well as third one is what? Metalloids. Okay. So this is what all the elements we can divide into these groups. Now one by one we'll study, and I will show you the periodic table also where they'll present, how they are present and all. Now let us comes to the metals first. Understand everyone. So metals, all of you keep heading. What do you mean by metals? Always remember, whatever the statement I am giving, it is for most of the metals. It's not for all the metals. Some exemption will be there always. That exemption you have to learn it. Okay. So metals. Metals means, first of all, you should understand a metal is an element which is highly malleable, highly ductile. Have you remembered three words we studied? What are the three words you remember? Everybody can tell. Malleability. Yes. Malleability, ductility, and as well as what is the third one?
Brittleness.
Brittleness. Do you understand, everybody? Now, malleability and ductility shown by whom? Malleability and ductility shown by whom, guys?
Metals.
It is shown by metals. Do you understand? But exemption will be there. And brittleness is shown by whom? Non-metals. Understand, everyone? That is what you have to understand. So from this only I am forming the definition of metals. What do you mean by metals? Metals are elements which are malleable, ductile, and conducts electricity. What is that? Main thing, they will conduct what? They will conduct the electricity. That is what we used to call it as metals. So it is not all the metals, most of the metals, they will conduct the electricity. That is what we can say. So generally we will consider, but exemption will come by the time we will study it. So what do you mean by metals definition? Mr. Johan, Mr. Gokul, everybody. Metals, metal is an element. A metal is an element, write it, is an element that is malleable. Malleable, tell me next. Malleable and ductile.
Ductile.
Yeah, malleable, ductile, and conducts what?
Electricity.
Electricity. So that is what we used to call it as metals. Now, can you give me the examples of metals? Anybody? What are the examples you know? You all people. Let me see who will give.
Iron.
Iron.
Iron, very good. Iron will conduct electricity. First of all, conducting electricity. Two wires we can see in our home. What is that wires? Metakshri, Mr. Gokul.
Copper.
Very good. Copper wires. Next wires. Aluminium wires. Are these aluminium wires? Yes, please. Nobody? Are you seeing aluminium wires? I'm asking. Aluminium, guys. You are not seeing aluminium wires in our home. You will see only two kinds of wires. One is aluminium wires. Another one is what wires? Copper wires. Understand? That is what. So here I am showing you the four metals. What is that metals you can see here? Aluminium, magnesium, zinc, silver. Now, what is any other metals which you know? Let me see who will give the examples. Yes, please. Gold. Do you know gold? Nobody is answering.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, gold is a metal or not? Girls, Harini, gold is a metal or not? Gold. Next, you don't know other metals? So, most of the periodic table, we are having metals only. Do you understand? We can take iron, copper, aluminum, zinc, silver, gold, platinum, chromium, sodium, potassium, magnesium, nickel, cobalt, tin, lead, cadmium, mercury, antimony, tungsten, manganese, uranium, and all these most of the things in our periodic table, where all the 118 elements, most of them they are called as what? They are called as metals only. Do you understand, everybody? So many metals we are having, but one and only liquid metal we are having. Only liquid metal. What is the only liquid metal, Mr. Gokul? Only liquid metal. One and only metal which is in liquid state. I told you even the scientific name also. That name which is derived from.
Mercury.
Yes.
Mercury.
Mercury. Understanding? So
Bromine.
mercury is the only metal which is a liquid metal at what temperature? At room temperature. Understanding? At room temperature, and that symbol is Hg. How Hg came? Hydrogyrum. Understanding? It is a name. Another name. That is what Hg it came. Remember, all the metals are in which state? All the metals are in solid state. Which state? All the metals are in which state, guys? Solid state. One metal in liquid state. Only one metal in liquid state. What is that? Mercury. And is there any metal in gaseous state? No metal is present in gaseous state. No metals is present in what state, guys? Gaseous state. Do you understand, everybody? So that is what the metals. So metals only present in what states? Solid state, and only one and only metal present in which state? Liquid state. So what is the only liquid metal, Mr. Gokul? Will you speak or will you leave from the meeting? You decide. The only metal is what? Mercury. And the name is what? Hg. Symbol is what? Hg. It has been taken from the name called as hydrogyrum. That is what mercury you have to remember. At what temperature? At room temperature. It is present in liquid state. That is what you have to understand. Is it okay, guys? Everybody, please respond. Yes?
Yes, sir.
That is. Now,
Yes, sir.
I will show you after this. I will show you the periodic table also, so that you can understand more nicely. So I don't want to make it now. So now, once if I will say the non-metals also, you can understand. So now let us start with the properties of metals. What is the next concept we are going to study now? Properties of metals. Okay. What happened to Kaushik, Hari? Have you called Danishka ready?
Yes,
We
sir.
went to temple of Kaushik.
Properties of metals. Properties of metals. So you all people know already two properties. So anybody can tell me, Mitakshari, what are? No response. First property. Metals are what? We already studied three words in that first one. Metals are malleable. That is what, write it. Metals are malleable. What do you mean by malleability? Malleable. That property is called as malleability. What is the meaning of that one? Mr. Johan, Gokul, last class I taught you already. And don't make me to say every time. You have to respond. If you are not responding, you will never improve. I am saying you again. And I don't want to consider like this. Yes, please. What do you mean by that? Malleable. Harish?
For making a different shape.
Very
Sir.
good. Very good.
Sir.
So when we are hammering, it will be beaten into what? Beaten into thin sheets. But one important word I said, without that word, definition won't be filled. What is that word? Ready?
Breaking.
Without breaking. That is what everybody should answer. So, metals can be beaten into thin sheets without breaking. That is only we used to called as metals are malleable. What is that? Metals are malleable, right? What do you mean by that? Metals can be beaten into thin sheets. Metals can be beaten into thin sheets. Metals can be beaten into thin sheets with a hammer, without what? Without breaking.
Breaking.
So that is only called as what we used to call malleable. Understanding? And that property called as what? What is the property we used to call as malleability? What is the property we used to call as malleability? Do you understand it? And that property only we used to say malleability is an important characteristic property of metals. Please learn that. And this property known as what we used to call malleability. Understanding? Malleability. And this is the most important property. Most important property of metals. Is it okay, everybody? Yes, please respond. All of you. Are you clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Let us take everybody. You might be notice it. If we'll take so many metals I told you, can you tell me once again examples? Yes.
Iron, copper, zinc,
Cobalt, nickel, aluminium, gold, silver.
Aluminum.
Now, in that also, is it all the metals are same amount of malleability? Is it all the metals are equal amount of malleability? That is what.
No, sir.
No. Understanding? One metal is having highest malleable, some metals having less malleability, and some metals may not have also. Do you understand, Hari, what I'm saying? Ready? That is what.
Yes,
So if we take the two metals called as silver and gold, they are highest malleable metals. Silver and gold are what? Actually, gold is the highest malleability. Gold is the what? Highest malleability. Understanding? Malleability metal. Please, all of you remember. Now, gold after whom will come? Gold after silver will come. Gold is the first and foremost highest malleable. So, gold and silver are some of the best malleable metals. Best. All metals are malleable, but these are the best malleable metals. Means in the sense of what? Extremely thinner we can make it. Do you understand it? Next. Aluminium, copper metals are also highly malleable metals. It's not best. Aluminium and copper, they are what? Aluminium and copper, what they are? They are not best malleable. They are highly malleable. Understand, ready? What is the difference between the meaning? Understand it? So that is what. So best means you have to say what? So gold and silver. Highly malleable means aluminium and copper. Understand, Amma? Mitakshri? Yes, please. Okay. So
Yes,
now
sir.
you can see all these metals can be beaten with a hammer to form very, very thin sheets. That is the thin sheets only we used to call as something. Anybody can tell what is that name called as? Thin sheets only we used to call as foils. What used to call, Hari? Johan? Foils. You might be see.
While
If you go to hotel and all, they will make chapati and all nowadays. They will pack in aluminum foil. Do you remember? Chapati packing.
Yes, sir.
Have you noticed it, everybody? Chapati packing,
yes, sir.
they'll wrap in aluminum foil. Have you noticed it? Yes or no? And it is very easy to tear. Yes or no, ready? Easy to tear. Biryani also
Yes,
they're
sir.
packing in that. That is what. So, because why? Aluminum can make extremely highly malleable metal so that we can make it into very, very thin sheets. The thin sheets only what we used to call foils, we can say. Understanding? And next chapter we'll get it. Next chapter we are going to study, no, not next chapter, fourth chapter of chemistry, we are going to study gold foil experiment. Understanding? So by that time you can understand we are going to make a gold foil. Understanding? Is around approximately 1,000 gold atoms are together. Imagine how much thin it is. Have you understand ready? Gokul, Akilan, that is what? Gold foil. Foil means what? A thin sheets, which we are making, hammering into thin sheets. The thin sheets only what we used to call? Foils, we can say. Understanding everyone? So now, if you notice it, that is why you might be notice it. Suppose as I told you, what is the best malleable metals, guys? Best malleable metals.
Gold and silver.
Gold and silver, sir.
Now, you might be
Silver.
yeah, you might be visit some bakeries or sweet shop. You might be see silver sweets will be there. Have you noticed it? Silver sweets and gold sweets
sir.
also. Yes or no? Ready? Harish, have you seen? Gold
Sir.
coating. Suppose if you take this is a piece of cake, piece of some kind of sweet. Top they'll make with a silver coating. Have you noticed it? Or gold coating. Very costly sweets. Have you checked it, guys? Please respond. Yes,
Yes,
please.
sir.
Yes. So, sir, shall we eat that? Shall we eat that directly without removing that foil? Yes, we can consume because it's not harmful to our body. It is extremely highly malleable. Yet very you cannot even remove it as a sheet. Have you noticed it, guys? Yes, it will break it into very, that is what, extremely malleable in nature. And the sweets we can use to decoration actually. For the decoration of sweets, they will use this silver and gold, but cost is extremely high. Understand? Do you know that, for example, they can take 1 gram of gold will cost how much now presently? Let me take 5,000 rupees. Do you understand it? Is it yes or no? Metakshari girls knows very well. Harini, 5,000 rupees, 1 gram of gold. They will use it for how many sweets, you know? Minimum 1,000 kgs of sweet. Okay. That much highly malleable in nature it is. Okay. That is what it is. But the cost they will increase. 1 kg will become 2,000 rupees and all. 1 kg sweet. So in that 1 kg sweet itself, they will get around 500 rupees profit for a 1 gram of gold. Like that, they'll make it because sweet cost won't go more than 1,000, 1,200. For the decoration of this gold only, they'll charge us double cost almost. So that is what the purpose of malleability. So highly malleable. So we can see this silver and gold, they can make it a highly malleable foil because of its highly malleability only. So we can use that one in the decorating of what? Silver and gold foils. We can use decoration of what, guys? Decorating sweets.
Sweet.
I'm saying you because it's not for fun. I'm saying they will ask you in exam what metals are we are using to decorating sweets. What metals? That is gold and
Gold and silver.
Gold and
understand?
silver.
That is what I'm saying. Next, similarly, if we take aluminum metals, they are quite malleable. They are not best malleable, quite malleable, and they can be converting into thin sheets. And as well as aluminum is very cheaper in nature. Yes or no, guys? Aluminum cheap cost. Yes or no? Please respond. Copper also costly
Yes,
metal
sir.
only. Aluminum is a cheaper in cost. That is why everywhere we will use aluminum foil. That is also for decoration only. Do you understand, everyone? But not the sweet decoration. Decoration, I will see what kind of decoration you will understand. Main thing, aluminum foils are using for packing food items. Packing what? Packing.
Good item.
Food item.
Now, how many of you ate a Kit Kat? Have you ate the Kit Kat? Everybody?
Yes, sir.
Kit Kat chocolate.
Yes.
If you open the Kit Kat, inside you'll be having one aluminum foil. Do you notice that? Inside only chocolate will be there. Yes, please, Metakshri, Harini, aluminum foil. Yes, Kit Kat chocolate. Have you noticed that?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Now,
Yes,
Sir.
you buy any biscuit in today or tomorrow, you buy any biscuit packet. Inside it will be aluminum coating, silver coating. You might be notice it, but actually it is not a silver coating. Well, it looks like a shining, but it is aluminum coating. What is that coating? Aluminum coating. So all the biscuits packing, you can see wrappers and all. Girls majorly they'll eat wrappers. Wrappers also will come in aluminum foil. Do you remember, Mitakshri? Wrappers, Harini? Wrappers they'll pack in aluminum
Yes.
foil. Understand? So like biscuits, chocolates, and medicine. Do you all taking the tablets? Everybody, tablets. Ready? Tablets you
Yes,
can
sir.
see. Two kinds of tablets you can find. Front side plastic, back side aluminum. We will remove it and we will eat. Have you noticed it? Or else completely aluminum packing. Tablets are will be middle. Have you noticed it like this with the gaps? Yes, please. All of you. So this what kind of metal it is? What is it metal?
Aluminium.
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 Understand? That is what you have to remember. So, and also, how many of you know? I'm not asking for that. Cigarette packets. Have you seen the cigarette packet? Anybody? Somebody has been thrown in the road and all. If you open the lid and you can see, cigarettes are packed inside in aluminum foil. You might be notice it. Oh, see anywhere if you'll find the empty cigarette packet, you can see inside what is present. It is aluminum foil they used to keep. Do you understand, everyone? So that is what. So to decorating only everything. So all the things aluminum foils are used for packing food items like biscuits, chocolates, medicines, and cigarettes. You have to note it down. Okay. And also see milk bottle caps. You can see, for example, you will take badam juice in our shop. Let's see badam bottles. Yes or no? That bottle caps is made up of what? You might be notice it. Chill sip and all if you are drinking. That caps are made up of what? Thumbs up, Pepsi and all. Caps. That is also what? Aluminum only. Understanding?
Aluminium.
Caps only. That is what it is. All the cool drinks and all, everything is made up of the caps is made up of aluminum only. So milk bottle caps also made up of aluminum foil. And this aluminum sheets if you'll take, not aluminum foils. If we'll take this all aluminum foils we are taking. Do you understand it? Now, aluminum sheets. In our home, you are having utensils. Utensils means cooking utensils. Do you have utensils? Please respond. Girls?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So now, in our home, you don't have aluminum utensil. Ready, we will use aluminum utensils more. Aluminum utensils. You don't have aluminum bowls in your home? Is there any house without aluminum bowls? Are you all people are using aluminum bowls or not? For cooking purpose and all? Yes, please.
Yes, sir.
Yes. So that is what? It's not aluminum foil. It is not aluminum foil. What is that? Aluminum sheets. Understanding? So aluminum sheets, we'll use it for cooking utensils. Please remember, for cooking purpose, cooking utensils, we'll use this one. Okay, everyone? See, single point I'm stressing this much time because you have to study very clearly. That is why. So utensils, we can say. So that is what cooking utensils will use what? Aluminum sheets. And same way you can see copper metal. So copper metal is highly malleable in nature. So in our home, do you have copper metals or not? Copper mug, copper glass, copper things and all? Yes or no? Mr. Arun Kailash, Gokul? Yes? So copper is also highly malleable. That is why we are having, you can see, copper utensils we can make it. You might be having copper mugs and all in your home, copper glass and all. Yes or no, guys? Nobody will answer. Yes? So that is what. So copper is also highly malleable. We'll use copper sheets for making utensils and as well as containers. So containers and all will make. That is what mug, jug, cup and all. So that is what. So these all are metals only. So metals are highly malleable in nature, which is a very, very important property of metals. So that is why we can say whatever the substance which is showing malleability, we can say first character. What is that? It is a metal or non-metal. If it is malleable in nature, we can say it is metal or non-metal. Mitakshri, Harini, it is the metal. Understand? Now,
Metal.
exemption. So exemption means some metals won't show malleability. What is that malleability? We'll see. Mainly, all of you observe very carefully. Sodium and potassium. What is that? Sodium and potassium. Okay. So they are solid in nature. But now you tell me mercury will show malleability. Anybody? Mercury, is it possible
No,
to
sir.
show the malleability mercury? I'm not saying mercury.
No.
Mercury is what state? What is the state of mercury?
Liquid.
Mercury is what? Liquid
Liquid,
state.
sir.
Liquids will never show malleability. Do you understand it? But the sodium and potassium, they are in what state? They are in solid state. But by hammering, they will converting into powder. Do you understand it? They can easily cut with a knife. Easily cut with what? Easily cut with a knife. So it is not possible to make it into thin sheets. What is the exception? But still they are called as metals or non-metals. Metals are non-metals. Metals only. Understanding? But they are not understanding under malleability. Potassium symbol is K and sodium symbol is what? Sodium symbol. Sodium symbol is Na and potassium symbol is what, Amma? Potassium symbol is K. Okay, that is what you have to remember. So what is the exemption metal which does not show malleability? Malleable, that is what? Sodium and potassium. Understand example I'm saying you. Okay, so this is what the first property of metals. What is the first property, guys? Everybody, metals are malleable. Okay, see how much time is spending. Next, second one, metals are ductile. Second property, metals are, write it. So many properties are there. Metals are ductiles. Metals are ductile. Write it. What do you mean by ductile? Let me see who will say. They can be drawn or stretched into what? Metals can be. Yes. Metals can be drawn or stretched into what? Thin wires. Understanding? Thin wires is only called as what? Wires means like a electricity conducting wires. That is what we used to call as ductile. And this property known as what? This property known as ductility. Understanding? That is what you have to remember. Write it. So again, same thing. Most of the metals are understanding ductile in nature, but is it all the metals are equally ductile? That is what my question. Mr. Reddy, Mr. Gokul,
No, sir.
all the metals are equally ductile? Anybody?
No. No, sir.
No. So they are not equally ductile. Please write it. All the metals are not equally ductile. All the metals are not equally ductile. Do you understand, everybody? Yes. Now, again, the best ductile in nature. Anybody can tell? Some are more ductile, some are less ductile, some are not ductile at all. So you can take again the best ductile metals is gold and silver. What is that? Gold and silver are among the best ductile metals. What is the best ductile metals?
Gold and silver, sir.
That is what. So best ductile is gold and silver. Now I will say one fact. You all may be surprised. How much 1 gram, 100 milligrams means how much it will come? Anything can be tell me. 100 milligrams of silver. How much it will come? Hari? 100 milligrams of silver. 100 milligrams. Example. 100 milligrams means how much it is? ml, milligrams, mg. You might be saying gold you will buy in 100 grams, 200 grams like that. Yes or no? Yes? Nobody will answer.
Yes.
1 gram is equals to 1000 milligrams. How many milligrams? Nobody will answer. 1 gram is equals to 1000 milligrams. So I am taking how many milligrams now? How many milligrams? 100 milligrams of
100.
Understanding. Do you know that today we can make, with the help of 100 milligrams of silver, we can make 200 meters of wire. How much? How much wire? 200 meters. Understanding? 200 meters we can stretch it. That is it a less or more? 200 meters long. Just 100 Understanding 100 milligrams of silver. Now if I'll take 1 gram of silver, imagine ready 100 grams, 100 milligram become into 10. If we'll multiply, then it will become how many milligrams? 1000 milligrams, which is equals to 1 gram. Understanding? Then which is also multiplied with a 10, which is equals to how much? 200 into 10, 2000 meters. Understanding? 2000 meters long. So 2000 means how many meters ready? How many kilometers ready? 2 kilometers long. Understand everybody? So one gram of
2
silver.
kilometers, sir.
How many kilometers wire we can make? Methaxri? We can make how much? Nobody will answer. How much? Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So one gram of silver if we'll take, we can make 2 kilometers of wire. That is what you can take it. Do you understand everyone? Yes, please.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Next, same way, if we'll take,
Yes, sir.
if we'll take around 1 ounce of gold. 1 ounce of gold means how much? Anybody can tell? 1 ounce. You might be know Tamil Nadu also you can measure like that only. 1 ounce of gold. 1 ounce. 1 ounce means 8 grams, I think. Is it yes? 8 grams of gold. Yes, Hari?
Yes, sir.
You can stretch it into how many kilometers, 80 kilometers we can stretch it. How many kilometers? Ready? 1 gram. Around 80 kilometers, or we can say 50 miles. So is it highly malleable or not? Metakshari? Yes? Please respond.
Yes, sir.
Understand?
Yes, sir.
That is what you have to remember. So, highest malleable metal. What is the highest malleable metal?
Aluminum and copper.
Yeah. So, remember 1 ounce means not 8 grams. Sorry that. 28.35 grams. 28.35 grams is called as 1 ounce. Sorry for that. You can make it. So 28.35 grams. So if you take 1 gram of gold, 1 gram of gold approximately, you can make 3 kilometers wire, 3 kilometers long, and the thickness is about, you can take thickness about 5 microns. 5 microns of thickness. Okay, so that is what it is. Is it highly malleable or not? Are you understand everyone? Examples. So that is why we can say highest malleable nature. What is the highest malleable metals? Yes, please. Yes, silver and gold only. Next, copper and aluminum metals also very ductile and they can be drawn to thin wires which we are using in electrical wiring. Understanding everybody? So next one is what? After gold and silver, everyone should tell me aluminum and copper wires. Understanding? Are also very ductile and we can draw the thin wires which we are using in where? Which we are using in where, guys? Electrical wiring. Understanding everybody? So, but why can't we use gold and silver wires? Why are you using aluminum and copper wires? Anybody can answer this question? Let me see who will answer.
Gold and silver are costly, sir.
Very
Expensive, sir.
that is what. Understand, Mitakshri, Johan? Why we are not using gold and silver? Because gold and silver is what? Very difficult and less availability in nature, so that we cannot use them. So that is why we are using what? We are using copper and silver. Understand? Even copper also costly only. Copper also costly only, but aluminum only cheaper. That is why you can see very few areas we can use copper wires, like a strong, like high voltage current and all. If not normal connections and all, single bulb and all, we'll use aluminum wires only because of they are also highly ductile in nature. Do you understand everyone? So very ductile in nature. So that is why we are using in electrical wiring. That is why you can see the ductility is the another important characteristic property of metals. You have to remember. So what is that? Ductility is the another most important property. Another most important property of metals. Once we studied the properties of metals, non-metals, and metalloids, later I will show you the periodic table and I will show you what is the position. Is it okay, Harish? That is what you have to. Okay, meeting is going to end. Join fastly and we'll continue the third property. So this is what about the two properties. What is the first